welcome to another lighting breakdown video. Today I'll be showing you guys how you can achieve amazing looks using just one light and then using two lights. So we're going to be going over two different light setups. So like I said, one's going to be one light, the other one's going to be two lights. And for the two light setups, I'll show you guys how you can use two different lights to achieve two different looks. So the first one is going to be beauty image, and the other one, which beauty images are just like headshots, and the other one is going to be portrait. And yeah, let's get straight into the lighting breakdown. I'll show you guys exactly how I achieved these results. Now, today's lighting breakdown will be very simple and straight to the point. But before I do get into showing you guys how I lit this, if you are interested in purchasing any of the equipment that I used in this video, please use the links in the description below. They are affiliate links, and I'll definitely be getting a kickback from you purchasing using those links. But I just wanted to point it out there. It does help support this channel, and it'll help me keep doing what I'm doing now. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's jump into the first light setup. So the image right here on our right is what the final image looks like, and the image here on our left is the light setup. As you guys can see, I did use one light, and this light is a Mo Richardson light. This is a 1000 watt light. Now the thing about this particular light right here is it's really hot and it gets really bright. So for the most part, your models just can't stand in front of it and just, you know, continue posing for a long time. So you have to get them to close their eyes and open their eyes and all that. Then it also has a Fresnel lens, which is kind of adjustable. You can use it to adjust the beam. So as you guys can see, the light is just around here. So, you know, it's just around that circle right there. And the beam is pretty, I would say, it's kind of like very focused at this point. So as you can see, the edges of the light are quite sharp, you know, so it's pure hard light. Now, one thing I like doing is I like to point my light down on my subject because it just gives that sun vibe. So as you guys can see, the light's kind of pointing down like a 45-degree angle down on my subject, light to my subject right here on the, I would say, the left part, or that'll probably be like the right part of her face, but right here on the left if you're looking at the image. And then, you know, it kind of fades away into the right. So we have, you know, some strong shadows here. Now, I feel like those shadows would be stronger if I did put a V flat here, but I did not want to do that. Kind of like a black V flat. But I didn't want to do that, and I just felt this was good. Also because, you know, we have, you know, white walls here. Light was probably spilling, and that also helped. So if you shot this in like a dark room, you probably not get the same effect. Now, for the camera settings I used, I shot at ISO 200. Obviously to accommodate for the light, and I was shooting at f3.2 and 1/60th of a second. Now, when you shoot with constant light, like this is a constant light, this is not a strobe, you have to put it at the back of your mind that the lights sometimes, you know, do not get powerful enough, and even when they are, any tiny movement, if your shutter speed is not high, you know, probably showing the image. But luckily we got like really nice sharp images. So as you guys can see, this is what our final version looked like. So this is our first light setup. Sometimes, you know, you don't need to do too much, you know, in the studio. Just a simple one light setup is going to be amazing, right? So what about our next setup? I think I'll go here first. No, not that one. This one here. Okay, great. So this right here is our next setup. Now for this is what the image looked like. I'm going to get one that she just has her hair packed. Okay, so this is what the image looked like. You guys can see it's a nice solid beauty image. Now if you look into her eyes, right, you can see the source of light right here. It's a small tiny hard light, and as usual I like to point my light down. Obviously this looks like it's just facing up, but typically this light was pointing down. If you can see the shadows under her neck here, right, you can tell that this light right here was pointing down at our subject, right? Now, when I shoot like this, I'm probably shooting at like 1/4 or 1/2, depending on what my camera settings are. For this one, my camera settings were f7.1. For my aperture, my shutter speed was 1/200th of a second, and I shot at ISO 100. For the most part, when I shoot with strobes, I'm always shooting at ISO 100. So we have our key light right here pointing down at our subject. Remember, this is the 8600 Pro. It's probably my favorite studio strobe right now. I know the 8600 Pro Mark II is out. Obviously, if you can afford that, then go for that. But I still use the 8600 Pro and it works fantastically well for me. I've been using this for years. Now, the modifier on top of the 8600 Pro is the same modifier that it comes with. It's just the reflector that it comes with to protect the light. The beam is quite nice. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's not as sharp. So if I zoom into, not right there, this image right here, if I zoom into her neck, you can see that, we have, it's not, just one, sharp, hard light source. You can still see, I'd say a kind of like halo effect right there, right? But, apart from that, it works great. If you're looking at that, I'm just being very critical, but that's our, key light. Then our light at the back, and that was just to separate our subject from the background. Now, there are different ways you can light this. I have one light, so what I did is that I have like a 6-foot umbrella at the back of her, and I have an 8300 Pro, in there. And that was probably set at almost the highest power. I can't remember what it was, but I have the 8300 Pro in there, and it's kind of like about, I would say about 3 to 4 feet away from my subject, and that light is what you can see here, just filling this side of her face up, filling her neck, separating her from the background, her collarbones right here, and this hair light right here. That's what it's doing. Then also it's giving this nice white background, plain, clean background. You can see the light spilling here too, just separating her from, the background. So this is like a very high key look. This is something that you'd see for skincare type images, like makeup type images. It's really high key and I absolutely love it. It's just bare bulb, no modifiers. Then at the back, we have this big soft light that is, kind of like separating our subject from like the plain, pure white background. And this is what that image looks like with her hair down. Obviously, we don't have that feel coming into her shoulders and all that because her hair is down, but you can see it's still really nice and good. And another great thing about, this look is that with a look like this, it's very easy for you to, change your background to, like different colors and all that. So I really, really like this look and I really dig this look. So this is very simple too. The 8600 Pro bare bulb with the modifier that comes with it. And then this huge umbrella, behind your subject, f7.1 aperture, ISO 100, 1/200th of a second. Pretty simple, easy. And by the way, these are the retouched images. If you guys want to, retouch like this, definitely check out my pro retouching pack, my retouching essentials pack. You're going to get everything from complete dodge and burn, frequency separation, like your micro dodge and burn, everything here, the beauty skin retouch that'll help you retouch in less than a minute. Everything is in that pack. So definitely check it out. Check my digital store out. Links will be in the description below. Okay, great. So now for the final look, I'll probably use one stone to kill two birds, for this particular one. So what I did was that I took another photo that was kind of like similar to this one, but with just soft light. So as you guys can see, it's just plain soft light. See this one, you have quite a lot of highlights. It's very high key. This is high key too, but it's just soft light. So I don't know when you'd use an image like this, but I really like it. A lot of people really like, like the same image, like soft light. But the major difference was that instead of using the bare bulb on the 8600 like I did before, as you guys can see in this image right here, bare bulb, highlights here, you can see the lips, all highlighted. If you look at this other image right here, you still have those highlights, but they're very subtle, they're not strong, like sharp, small highlights. These are kind of like broad highlights, and that's because our light source is a lot bigger now. So we have this Chrome Rotalux softbox that it's so funny. I still don't know the size of this softbox, but I'll probably just say it's just a medium size softbox. It's not a large size. Neither is it like a really small size softbox, But the light that comes out of it is really nice and soft. If you guys compare it, you can see her neck right here compared to the other image where the shadows were like very pronounced. If you see her neck right here now, Shadows are very, very soft. You know, this is a nice soft look, same everything, you know, straight to the point. Now for our final look, which is this, unfortunately I did not actually take any behind the scenes photos to show you guys how I lit this, but it was still a 2-light setup, and I still had my Chrome light right here pointing at her, and shot it. I shot it against the white backdrop. Now the difference was that I turned this. I took this away from behind my subject because obviously it's not going to light her from top to the bottom. And what I did was that I put it to the side of my subject. So if you guys can see, this, which is the big 6-foot octabox, was lighting my subject from the side right here. And that's what's creating this nice soft glow that you can see on her hair, you know, her body, you know, her jeans, all the way, because the light is a huge source that's coming in from here. So that light source coming in from here, and it's also casting shadows, which kind of like adds to the drama of the whole image, right? And then I have this Chrome on my 8600 Pro just lighting her face. Very nice, very simple, easy to do. Now the camera settings for this, we're f5, 1/200th of a second, and ISO 100. Now for this, I shot it with an 85. Let's write that again. So this was shot with an 85mm lens. Remember I said f5, 1/200th of a second, and ISO 100. These were shot with a 100mm lens, the Canon 100mm lens. As what these were shot with. This one too, the 100mm lens. So these were shot with the 100mm lenses, and this was the 85mm lens too. So yeah, that's about it. That is a simple or some simple studio light setups that you guys can try out. You can just pause, take screenshots of these images and try them out in the studio. They're really nice, simple light setups that are kind of like my go-to setup, you know, especially the bare bulb one. This is a go-to setup for me all the time when I need to shoot, you know, like beauty images. Absolutely love it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this lighting breakdown. If you guys really loved it, check out the other ones. I have a ton of lighting breakdowns right now on my channel, and I have a lot more coming, and a lot more behind the scenes and gear reviews and all that. So thank you so much for the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.